set like institutions in that. I'm talking about like a human being that is compelled to power. Like I understand certain people being compelled to greatness. That's really cool. You see it in athletes.
And what's
right?
the difference? What's the difference?
I think there is
as far
a
as
difference.
you're concerned.
I think there is a difference because I think like once somebody accesses power, they don't necessarily need to be more great. Right? They'll just do whatever they can to continue to have that power. Where there are people.
Okay, what do? This is a good thing to differentiate. You made this case. Greatness versus power.
Okay.
Okay, let's take it apart.
Okay.
So you just said there's something arbitrary about power.
Yeah, I think there's something about people who desire power instead of greatness. And I think that power comes with greatness, but if your desire is power, I think there is something dangerous there because you're willing to do whatever it is to maintain that power. Whereas
it's the mimicry of greatness. It's the mimicry of greatness. Oh. Greatness deserves power because you want the powerful to be, you want the great to be powerful. Why wouldn't you?
Oh, that's why we exalt these people that we believe are great. We want them to have it. They've earned it.
Well, who else would you want to lead you? I mean, if they're good at doing something, why wouldn't you put them in the front? You want to be led with by someone who isn't great? I mean, you think of all the times we spent as tribal hunters. Who do you put in charge? The best hunter. So or perhaps the best hunter who's also the most generous.
Yeah, exactly. You want the guy that's going to share that
yeah, right.
that catch.
But that would make him a great hunter too, right?
Great.
Because over time he would have people in his hunting party. You want productivity and generosity.
So how do we discern between people who are mimicking greatness for power and greatness?
That's a great question. By paying careful attention, by listening, and by talking about it. That's the purpose of free speech. That's the purpose of political attention. Because you want the great, but it can be mimicked by psychopaths who use power. But that doesn't mean that power is the basis of our hierarchical human relationships. That's only the case when they've gone badly wrong.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when a society is corrupt, then the powerful rule. When a society isn't corrupt, then the great have authority. That's not the same thing. And confusing those, you asked why the beta male is now this object of attention. It's because we've confused great and powerful. And now we're so afraid of power that we're willing to dispense with greatness entirely, or even to question whether it exists. That's the attack on the meritocracy. There's no meritocracy. Oh, there's no greatness. And no one who has a position deserves it. There's no difference in talent. And that doesn't mean our institutions are pure and that everyone with talent is rewarded.
Yes.
But because no institution is pure and no selection method is 100% accurate. But you made this distinction between greatness and power.
Yes.
So pursue it.
Okay.
How do you know someone's great as far as you're concerned?
How do I know someone is great? I have great admiration for the skill.
Okay. You admire them.
For the skill.
Yeah, well, that's weird. That's an interesting thing because we have this instinct of admiration. It's like you see someone and you admire them.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why? You want to be like them.
Yeah.
That's imitation, right? That's the instinct of imitation.
Yeah.
And because we can identify what's great, because it would be better to be great than the way we are. So when we see it, you think, oh, man, I really admire that. And maybe you're mad about that because you're so unlike that and it's judgmental and makes you annoyed.
Right.
But fundamentally, you think, I'd like to be like that. So there's one, admiration. You admire what's great if you have any sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And that happens spontaneously, especially in a domain that you value.
Yes, exactly. The more I value the domain, the more, God, I can't speak, the more, the more admiration.
More admiration.
I have. Absolutely. I do not admire power. I don't even care about people who are powerful if they don't have something that I admire, some sort of skill set that I care about. The only thing that's nice is like the ease of power. You can open up doors easier, but I'm way more impressed by like a powerful person that actually has a skill I didn't even know about. Like that to me makes me go, oh, cool. Maybe that's why he got there. But just holding the position isn't admirable to me in any way at all. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I guess I'm trying to think like, why is that? Is that a common belief? I imagine I don't think I'm unique in that.
Well, so here's something about religious belief.